Hello and welcome to the Continental testing ground. This is where day after day we test, compare and improve new developments. Okay, tighter. We are pushing at the limits of stress here for tires, electronic components and brakes. That's exactly what we want to talk about today. And I can tell you, brakes can be a lot of fun. Go! Okay, at least when you know that you can rely on your brakes. We can divide the things we have to do to get brakes working at their best into 3 parts. We begin with a visual inspection, and that starts under the hood. Tobias Stefan, our expert, is already there. Hi Tobias! Oh, sorry. So you see, never forget safety at the workplace. Okay now? Yes, thanks. So Tobias, exactly what have I got to check here? The first thing I have to do here is check the brake fluid reservoir, and then the brake fluid that's in it. The brake fluid ages naturally, and that can cause the brakes to fail. So for that reason it has to be checked. And if necessary, we have to change it. But that's not the only thing that I've got to check here. No, we've got several other components, like the tandem master, brake cylinder and the brake booster. We've got to check these for leaks or damage. Buried deep inside on modern vehicles, we just can't get to them properly. So it's a really tricky task, that's right. But that's not the end of our visual inspection. We move on now to the brake itself. Okay, up she goes. And first of all, we have to understand the difference. What kind of brake is that we've got here? Drum brake, disc brake, what generation of disc brake, which caliper? Fixed caliper, sliding caliper, floating caliper, combined caliper with an integrated handbrake, or here we've got the high performance department. Our mechanic answered all these questions long ago, and now we're going to look over his shoulder. Tobias, what's all the stuff that I've got to inspect here? Yes, first of all we start with the contact pattern on the desk. Is the disc discolored? Is it scored? Or is it rusty? Important checks. The second thing is to look at the brake lining. Is the lining evenly worn on one side? Or has it got signs of scoring? Another important point. Then the third thing is our caliper. Is the caliper corroded? Are all the moving parts actually able to move freely? That's something else we have to check. So let's say that I find out that the linings are worn and so is the disc. Then I replace it. And now we go on automatically from our visual inspection to the second thing, the servicing, don't we? Not so fast, Volker. We've still got a couple of things that are part of the visual inspection. That would include the brake hose, for example. Is it porous? And there are the brake lines. Are they damaged mechanically, for example? And it also includes our wheel hub and our wheel bearings. They must also be in good condition. So it would be fatal just to replace the things that we can see at first glance. Like we might think the lining and the disc. We have to check everything. And of course anything that shows signs of wear, especially heavy wear, we have to replace by new parts. That's right. But it's just as important that these new parts are fitted properly. For example, that means that the hub must be really clean, so that the alignment of the disc is properly parallel. And of course the linings have to be greased at the right place, so that we don't finish up with noisy brakes. All of these things have got to be done if we're going to have an optimum braking system at the end. And it's only then that we finish point 2, the servicing. As you can see, not a job for beginners. Finally, the action of the brakes is tested on the rolling road. Tobias, exactly what can I read from there? The braking force in kilonewtons. First of all, we go up to 1 kilonewton to see whether the brake disc pulls to the side. After that, we'll go up to the full braking force to check the full effect of the brake. And then we still have to test the whole system under real life conditions. Yes, but not on the road, surely. No, in a closed area. And now that's just what I'm going to do. What? Hey! Okay, then that's what I'll do too. So you see, braking is exciting, but it's also very exacting. It's something to be handled only by real experts. That's why you should stick to ATE's brake professionals. Because we want you to reach your destination safely. And not to overshoot it.